Well, in recent years, political enthusiasm from young voters has dropped. But there are some millennials who haven't given up on the political process just yet. In the past month, at least 4 super PACs have been created by people under the age of 35. And here now is the president and founder of one of those groups called Pass the Torch, Sarah Ponn. She's joining us now, and you might recognize her face. She was on Fox and Friends yesterday, and I watched that segment. Great job. You were talking about your surfing business. You own your own company. Is that what made you want to start a super PAC?
Absolutely. I think when we started the company, we started to come up against a lot of roadblocks, legislation, and we looked at it. We had a lot of interest from younger people that were saying, people around our age, under 30, saying, I really want to start my own business. This is something that I always wanted to do. And so it's really interesting to us that they don't particularly vote along the lines of politicians that support economic freedom in the way that we would like. And so we found somebody really has to speak to them and make them understand that business is not the enemy. Corporations are not the enemy. They provide jobs. We really want to be able to grow our business, and we're up against so much in terms of legislation that doesn't help. Sorry.
Well, there's so many super PACs out there. Have you found that there aren't enough super PACs, or you haven't found one that represents the younger voter?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely it. It's just there are some that are geared towards the younger voter, and they may be run by some people that are pretty famous in Washington. We're definitely not famous in Washington. We're from New Hampshire, and we're really brand new to this. But I feel like on our platform as entrepreneurs, having some success with our business, we can really speak directly to people in a we definitely have a partisan view to some extent, but it's a non-political way. So I really like the super PAC because you don't have to support one particular candidate over another. And most people under 30, they don't like to hear the word politics.
Don't you have to, though, be associated with a political party if you are a super PAC?
You don't even have to. I mean,
so what's the point? What's the purpose? Aren't you either one way or the other?
We definitely are. We're on the Republican side, more libertarian Republican, but you don't have to be. It's just a nice platform to be able to raise money to go out and talk about the issues. And we're trying to do that with people under 30 in a more interactive forum than just having politicians come in and talk at them about their careers. We really want to get people engaged and say, what are the facts behind all of this, rhetoric?
Yeah, and I'm sure you've come face to face with this. 20-year-olds aren't making as much money as the 50, 60-year-old voters. So how are you in way of donations?
I mean, that's very interesting. I think that it was an uphill battle if we're trying to raise from people under 30 with the job situation and the economy. But we've had a lot of excitement from their parents, the older generation, who says somebody needs to speak to them and make them understand that some of this stuff, you have to look behind what the politicians are saying. And I think as young people, we can speak directly to them and tell them our experience.
Sarah, it's very encouraging to hear that 20-year-olds are so involved in politics. Thank you for doing this for our country.
Absolutely.
All right, nice to meet you, Sarah.
Nice to meet you.